A recent figure shows that the average person speaks at least 7,000 words a day. We spend so many of our words saying things that really don't say anything at all, when the things that make the most impact only take a few words.
The next chapter of your life is about to begin. Perhaps you know the exact path that you will take, and perhaps your path is a little less certain. Either way, keep an open mind for what life might have in store for you. Slow down and enjoy the journey.
We get just one of these lives, these consciousnesses. I'm grateful to have experienced this year as a leader within this district. I would not trade it for anything. Seniors, you are ready.
In just a few moments, you will be called up for your diplomas. Accept them with grace and dignity, because it is not just being given to you, you have earned it. It is a symbol of the solid foundation upon which you stand today, a milestone of your road to adulthood, and the proof that you can do anything that you set your mind to.
Reflect upon this journey you've traveled. Whether easy or hard, you made it to the finish line, and now you are ready to soar.
Realize the accomplishments that have gotten you to this point in your life. Celebrate yourself and enjoy today. You can worry about the future tomorrow. We've earned it.
You created history. You left a mark. You were the leaders that others modeled after.
Our students, our seniors, our class of 2021, in the face of madness, you learned, you grew.
Your grit and perseverance through the last 16 months make me feel secure about our ability to emerge from this pandemic stronger than ever. Remember to always be kind, always be compassionate, always aspire to be and do better.
As you ramble on through life, whatever be your goal, keep your eye upon the donut and not upon the hole. While graduating high school can leave a small void, try to remember all the great things that happened and all of the amazing experiences that are yet to come.
If I've learned anything, it's this. You don't have to count your words, but make your words count.
Hello, Hauppauge High School community. We hope that you enjoy our graduation video for the class of 2021. To all of you, thank you for the resilience that you have demonstrated this year. Before I turn things over to the rest of the program, let me remind all of us that graduation is not just for the students. Though our class of 2021 is so very well deserving of all we can give. Graduation is for every single employee, every single community member, every single parent. It is a collective journey that we've all been on that we get to celebrate in our graduation ceremony, and again this year via video. Graduation is for our larger Hauppauge village. It is an honor to have this community watching this because it truly does take a village. Graduates, as you watch this video, take a moment to extend the gratitude that you have in your hearts to your villages. I would also like to take a moment or two to thank members of our broader team members who truly went above and beyond to support our efforts this year. You really are the best, Hauppauge, and we deeply appreciate all of our community members who've given so much this year. Thank you to our entire board, including Board of Education President, Mr. David Barchet, and Vice President Rob Scarito. Thank you to board members, Mr. Buscarino, Larry Craffa, James Kiley, Gary Fortmeyer, and Stacy Weisberg. Our district is so strong, we're so on the move, and it is in large part to the effort of our Board of Education. To our Superintendent, Dr. Dennis O'Hara, and his team at District Office, including Dr. Don Murphy, Mr. Joe Tasman, Mrs. Jackie Piro, and Dr. Carolyn Probst. Thank you for your support and leadership. Thank you to our district directors, Mrs. Gordon, Dr. Michael, Dr. Wankmuller, Dr. Landor, Dr. McCarthy, Mr. Butler, Mrs. Hanson, Miss Young, and Mrs. Bilski. And thank you to our elementary principals, Dr. DeMuzio, Mr. Gagliardi, and Dr. Reingold. And thank you to Mrs. O'Connor and Mr. Collin, who are the administrators of our middle school. Your partnership and your leadership has been so important. Thank you to our district's teachers, our teaching assistants, our counselors, and school staff for supporting our students on their journey through their entire K-12 experience at Hauppauge Public Schools. And a huge thank you to our secretarial staff, our buildings and grounds, our security, and our custodial team for leading in the way that they do. I must take a moment also to thank our school nurses, both here at the high school, Mrs. Muller, and also across the district, as this year, our school nurses have been pushed like they've never been before. To the class of 2021, thank you. We hope you enjoy this graduation video.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'd now like to invite our class executives to the podium. They will introduce themselves, talk to you a little bit about what the senior class has been up to and what their experience has been. And then they will present the class gift.
Hello, my name is Jalaj Mehta. I'm one of the class presidents. I'm Zachary Del Judas. I'm one of the class secretaries.
My name is Nicholas Hugg. I'm the class vice president.
My name is Vincent Girardi. I'm one of the class presidents. Graduation. For 13 years, we have awaited this moment, foreshadowed by conversations with our teachers, by watching our siblings and friends graduate before us, and by the 21 at the start of our email. We are so glad to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony.
For much of our lives, this has been the end game. But in the context of our lives, it's only the beginning. We are set to enter the next phase of our lives. For some, this means higher education, entering the workforce, or entering into our military. But thoughts of the road ahead are for tomorrow, and today, we celebrate what we have accomplished.
It's one of our school's traditions that the graduating class donates a gift to the school to memorialize our hard work and perseverance over the past few years. For the class of 2021's gift, we'll be donating an engraved plaque, which will be placed here on school grounds.
So the plaque will be emblazoned with our school's seal, containing our name, our mascot, and the year we were established. It will also contain our graduating year and the quote, Ulterius progredi non, Latin for onward we march. We hope to have it proudly displayed for years to come, and also look pretty cool.
We know that this class will do great things. I often think of a song we used to sing in elementary school. It goes, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. This song, deceptively simple, I feel it, serves as a guidepost for how we should live our lives. The river ahead is unknown, but as long as we keep moving forward, as long as we keep rowing, life will surely be a dream. Thank you all for having us. Happy graduation, everyone, and congratulations to all.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak with you and share a message today. I like to think that I'm a strong person, and until recently I thought being a strong leader meant overcoming my challenges, connecting with people, setting a direction, modeling strength, and pulling people along. There is some strength in all of that after all. This year, though, I've had to rethink what real strength means. In many ways, this year, being a strong person and leader has meant having the courage to raise my hand from time to time and say, hey, I can use some help. Do you mind filling in for me? This weakness has felt really good this year, and I have learned that strength lies in relying on others. Here in Hauppauge, there are a lot of people that you can rely on. This new understanding of true strength reminds me of something else that I have thought was weakness until recently. Whenever I watch a moment where you have someone sing or perform and it is absolutely beautiful, I get emotional. In other words, when I watch auditions for American Got Talent or American Idol, or students perform, or whatever, and some person stands up and tells a compelling story, and then stands and delivers something magical, I find myself in awe. When I'm in awe, I get emotional. I've always thought my break from being a strong stoic was a weakness. It seems like those awe-inducing moments might not be a weakness, and instead, they might be our sustenance. The University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School recently published a line, "Don't underestimate the power of goosebumps." While awe is commonly thought of in terms of response to natural wonders, you don't have to travel far to experience. In fact, you can induce feelings of awe quickly and easily. Those feelings of awe, they say, are good for your health and for your humanity. The piece goes on to describe ways in which you can create awe experiences at the workplace. This year, I've thought about awe differently, and I've recognized that awe has likely helped many of us push through in the midst of madness, and that all we have to do to be awed is look around. While this year has been one of the most challenging years of my professional life, I've also found myself in awe as much as ever. I found myself in awe of each of you. That's not hyperbole. This year I was in awe of our school board's level of commitment to our district and their seemingly endless work. I was in awe of our school administrators' tireless efforts on all levels and all fronts to ensure we set the course for a full synchronous learning experience. I was in awe of our teachers and the way they adapted to our new normal, teaching in new ways and continuing to inspire and connect with our students. I was in awe of our TAs and our building subs and our clerical as they rallied at each and every turn. I was in awe of our security, our buildings and grounds, and our custodians as our team rose to the occasion in so many ways. I was in awe of the families we connected with regularly and the many ways that people in the community rallied in support of each other, or sometimes completely autonomously to lift others or themselves up in order to move forward, even in the face of immense loss and challenge. I was in awe of our students. A few months ago, I shared the title of an article I saw, "Students Won the Pandemic," or something like that. So many people want to describe how students lost in the pandemic. They lost some things, that's true. In life, I've been told, though, that everything we truly want comes on the other side of difficult. Loss is a prereq for success. I was in awe of you, our students, our seniors, our class of 2021. In the face of madness or perceived loss or challenge, you learned. You grew. Thank you for inspiring me every single day, and thank you for setting the course for our community. To close, I would like to recognize 3 people who inspire me. In my 3 years as principal, our assistant principals, Christy Pagliari, Joe Whitehorst, and Joy Ferrara, rolled up their sleeves alongside me, and they have inspired me. They are incredible people. I'm so proud to call them friends, and I'm so grateful to have their leadership of this high school with me. Their strength, each in their own way, has lifted me many times this year. We get just one of these lives, these consciousnesses. I am grateful to have experienced this year as a leader within this district. Let me repeat that. I am grateful to have had the chance this year to be a leader within this district. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Hauppauge High School community, you are the best. Seniors, congratulations. You are ready. Go tell powerful stories.
Hello, class of 2021. I'm Mrs. Pagliari, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as one of Hauppauge High School's assistant principals. Congratulations. The diploma you will receive today is not just a piece of paper, but a reflection of the work you have done over the last 13 years. I'm sure many of you have met someone in your life that told you to enjoy it because time flies by. It sure does. I imagine that you never would have predicted that you would be graduating high school after 14 months of living through a global pandemic. You spent months looking at each other through computer screens and working side by side with your teachers, as together we learned how to navigate this new world. I'm sure you can all remember at least one time you had a whole conversation without pressing unmute on your Google Meet. Thankfully, we were able to return to school in September, an opportunity not many districts were able to offer. Though you had to figure out how to socially distance, endure a BC lunch block, and take mass breaks, you all pushed through and did it with a smile, continuing to take advantage of everything our school has to offer. You created history. You left a mark. You were the leaders that others modeled after. Now you're about to leave the comfort and security of the walls of our high school. You're about to enter the next chapter of your life. Many of you heading to further your education, some of you heading off to serve our country, and others diving into the workforce. Whichever path you are on, things will never be the same. You have an opportunity to leave your mark on the world. Take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you. Make it an adventure. Try new things. Meet new people. Dance in the rain. Every day is yours, so live the life you have imagined and more. I'm so very proud of you and wish you nothing but the very best life has to offer. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Joe Whitehorst, and I've been honored to serve as one of the assistant principals of this great high school for the last 4 years. Seeing the class of 2021 graduate is extra special to me because I started at the same time you did. While you were walking through the halls trying to find your classrooms and lockers, I was trying to do the same thing. It has been such a fulfilling experience to watch all of you grow from 9th grade through today, having been through tumultuous times, including a worldwide pandemic over the last 4 years. I can proudly say that I have been able to develop relationships with so many of you, and I'm so happy that you have all gotten to this point. I'm also so thrilled to see what you go on to do. I'm standing here where I actually met most of you for the first time at 8th grade orientation back in 2017. That day, many of your parents and some of you came up to introduce yourselves. It reminded me of what is important and what I remembered when I graduated high school. I didn't remember what lesson I learned in English in October of sophomore year, or how quickly I ran the mile. What I remembered and look back fondly on was the people I created amazing relationships with, and I'm hoping that you can do the same no matter what you go on to do. From that day forward, you and I have created amazing and such incredible relationships. My hope is you're all able to do the same thing no matter where you go and what you do. I hope we can keep these relationships going and that you'll keep in touch and update me on all the great things you do. I'll leave you with a quick quote my grandfather always used to say, which is relevant to what I just shared. As you ramble on through life, whatever be your goal, keep your eye upon the donut and not upon the hole. While graduating high school can leave a small void or a hole temporarily, try to remember all the great things that happened in your time in high school and all of the amazing experiences that are yet to come. Congratulations, class of 2021. It's been an honor to serve you.
When we least expect it, life sends us a challenge to test our courage and willingness to change. At such a moment, there is no point in pretending that nothing has happened or in saying that we are not ready. The challenge will not wait. Your class faced such a challenge in COVID-19. We ended abruptly on March 12, 2020, with the hope of soon returning to school. And that moment never came until September of this year. You returned to our high school with a smile in your eyes and gratitude in your heart. You appreciated the small things and learned to adjust as restrictions and guidelines changed and changed again. As uncertainty swirled around you, you stayed focused. You adapted your learning from in-person to remote, to in-person to remote. You finished your assignments and passed your exams, but most of all, you supported one another. Through grit and perseverance, you remained determined to defeat the challenges you faced. With glimmers of hope and renewed resolve, you returned to clubs, to sports, to musical performances, dramatic productions, and even your senior prom. Reflect upon this journey you've traveled. Whether easy or hard, you made it to the finish line, and now you are ready to soar. Go into this world with purpose and intention. Use your special talents and gifts to make an impact, to do all the good that you can do. You can make a difference. We believe in you. Remember, you will do incredible things. I will miss you, class of 2021, and I can't wait to see what you will do next. Soar like eagles. Good luck and congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Christina Marandino, and for the very last time, I'll say to you, it's been an honor and a privilege to be your PTSA president. Class of 2021, I'm not going to talk about all the challenges you faced or all of the things you've missed out on. None of that matters anymore. What matters is that we are here tonight, all together, to celebrate your accomplishments over the last 13 years. My journey with the PTA began at the exact same time as yours, 13 years ago, on the first day of kindergarten. Boys and girls, I may not know every one of your names, but I can assure you that I know every one of your faces. And that's really because years from now, you may not recall the day-to-day lessons in the classroom, but chances are you will remember all the PTA events that gave you the opportunity to just be a kid and have some fun. And I was lucky enough to be at every single one of them. The book fairs, Halloween bingos, plant sales, photo days, holiday boutiques, carnivals, auction nights, pancake breakfasts, and so many others that fill the air with your laughter and excitement. I've watched your little hands dig into your pockets for the Ziploc baggies that Mom gave you with money inside. Then in middle school, your hands grew a little bigger, and I watched you reach into your pockets for your own wallets or change purse. And more recently, I've watched your fully grown hands reach into your pockets to grab your car keys. There are simply just not enough words to describe the absolute joy it's been watching all of you grow into the amazing young men and women that sit before me today. In just a few moments, you will be called up for your diplomas. Accept them with grace and dignity, because it is not just being given to you. You have earned it. It is a symbol of the solid foundation upon which you stand today, a milestone of your road to adulthood, and the proof that you can do anything that you set your mind to. Boys and girls, please stay strong yet humble, and be sure to remind yourselves once in a while that it's okay not to be perfect, because mistakes are actually proof that you're trying. So don't ever tell yourself, I can't do that. Instead, say to yourself, I just can't do that yet. This class will always hold a special place in my heart. I will forever value the friendships that I've made and all the incredible memories I've shared with you, and I hope you will too. My hope for you as you leave here today is that you will continue to soar like an eagle and never lose sight of your dreams. Most importantly, no matter where life takes you, just remember that Hauppauge will always be home. On behalf of the Hauppauge High School PTSA, I congratulate the class of 2021. Best of luck, graduates. The world awaits you. Thank you.
Welcome, graduates of the class of 2021. It is my pleasure to represent the Hauppauge Board of Education in offering our congratulations to you on all your achievements and successes throughout your years in Hauppauge. I believe your success this year is measured by much more than your scholastic accolades, of which I'm sure there are many. It is measured by your determination and perseverance in overcoming the challenges our community, our nation, and the world faced in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Challenges of distance learning, mask wearing, quarantining, limitations to extracurricular activities have all made your final years here in Hauppauge anything but typical. Through it all, you demonstrated strength and resilience of our Hauppauge community. Know that you were never alone. You had your families, teachers, administrators, and all district employees in your corner supporting you and guiding you on your path to success. I hope that as you look back on your time in Hauppauge, you are filled with fond memories of field days, theater productions, sporting events, but most of all, the relationship you've built along the way. The next chapter of your life is about to begin. Perhaps you know the exact path that you will take, and perhaps your path is a little less certain. Either way, keep an open mind for what life might have in store for you. Slow down and enjoy the journey. Don't be afraid to take chances, and always try your hardest at whatever you do, because hard work pays off. Earlier this week, I spoke at the Forest Brook Stepping Up ceremony. I'm sure to all of you, it seems like a lifetime ago. But rest assured, to your parents and all that have watched you grow, it seems like it was just yesterday. When I thought about my message I wanted to share with those fifth graders as they prepare to go to middle school, I thought about my job. As a sergeant in the Suffolk County Police Academy, I help train our newest police officers. I help train individuals from all different backgrounds, with different interests, different upbringings, how to be good police officers. I want to share with you some of the core principles of that training. They are the foundation of a recruit's training to become a good police officer. I believe they are applicable to the fifth grader as they get ready for middle school, and to you as your world is about to open to new experiences as well. Treat all people with dignity and respect, regardless of the circumstances of your encounters with them. Give 100% to everything you do and take pride in your work. Take care of yourself physically and mentally so you are better equipped to help others. Always strive to leave people better off for having known you than they were before you came into their life. Certainly, the people of Hauppauge High School are better off for having known each and every one of you. On behalf of the Hauppauge Board of Education, congratulations to the graduating class of 2021, and good luck on all your future endeavors.
A dream, something that can never be taken away. The spark of inspiration that guides us through the darkness, and the shade that protects us from the harsh lights. Dreaming. A hope made of knowledge and wisdom in our minds. The pole of devotion to lead us through the path of our own choosing. and the reminder that our dreams are whatever they wish to be. To have dreamed, the memory of what once had been, yet now is. Whether we followed our dream or have found new ones, it was all leading to the same conclusion in the end. It was a dream. Dreams are intangible things that seem just out of reach for all who seek them. They are sporadic and constantly changing, because one day dreams can be made into reality. We all dream. We must keep on dreaming. We should never truly let go of what we once dreamed.
Oh, little bird, just yesterday, you came into this world. You came out of your shell, a helpless hatchling, feathers furled. Through blunders, errors, and mistakes, you have learned and grown, and now it is your turn to venture into the unknown. So go forth and write your story. Let the sparrows, jays, and larks sing of how the eagle rose to glory, how it made its mark, how it changed the course of history, how it changed its stars, how it conquered every challenge others never dared to try, how it flew to towering heights and touched the apex of the sky. The world's become your stage, and you, completely unrehearsed, will go on escapades, garner accolades, and tell life to do its worst. Oh, little bird, although today you're off to stake your claim, always remember to never forget the nest from whence you came.
Hello, class of 2021. I'd like to begin by thanking you, the class of 2021, and your families for your patience, understanding, maturity, ability to look forward, and your willingness to work together to get us to this milestone in your lives. To the class of 2021, it's been my great pleasure and an honor to get to know so many of you. Every interaction with you has been a pleasure for me. You've made me feel welcomed, respected, and valued. Your grit and perseverance through the last 16 months inspire me and make me feel secure about our ability to emerge from this pandemic stronger than ever. We met when you were in 8th grade, and although you had great promise, no one knew for sure what you would accomplish. Well, here we are, and we have some results to look upon. You are a group that has doubled participation in career, technical, and education programs, including students who will become electricians, carpenters, plumbers, and even welders. Some of you will be serving our nation in the military, and you are all part of recent academic achievement that ranks among the highest in the history of the Hauppauge School District. In fact, you've contributed to 2 of the highest rankings ever recorded for Hauppauge High School in the entire nation. The class of 2021 will be spreading out all over the country to attend college at some of the most competitive schools in the nation. Most importantly, you are strong, kind, and compassionate. We are most proud to have contributed, even in a small way, to the fine young women and men you have become. And we look forward to the many wonderful things you will do in life. Most likely, by the time you see this video, you will already have become a member of the long line of Hauppauge High School graduates. Remember to always be kind, always be compassionate, always aspire to be and do better. Get out there and shape the world. To the class of 2021, congratulations. Since I'm the superintendent of schools, I'd like to deviate from the program just for a moment. At this time, I'd like to recognize a few students in the class of 2021. There are students in this graduating class who will soon take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States as members of the armed forces. Two of my sons already wear our nation's uniform, and a third will be wearing our nation's uniform as soon as he graduates from college in 2 years. I understand the personal sacrifices these brave young people are about to make in order to protect our liberties, safety, and way of life. I'd like to be sure these students get special recognition this evening, and I would like to be among the first to thank them for the protection they will soon provide countless Americans. When I call your name, please stand. And everybody, if you could hold your applause. Seamus Buckley, Sean Barry, William Downey, Damian Levin, Nicole Petroselli, Dennis Kadenov. Thank you. To the Hauppauge community, it's been my privilege and a true blessing in my life to serve as your superintendent for the last 5 years. I thank you for welcoming me. I thank you for offering so much support and cooperation, not only for the 5 years, but certainly this past year in particular. I'd just like to say God bless everybody in Hauppauge, and I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you.
Somewhere far from nowhere, I grew both strong and tall, longing to become, but knowing not the path at all. What brings up the winter clouds into fields of spring? One last embrace before I cross the threshold. To life we sing. Oh, stay your soul and leave my heart in song. Oh, stay your hand, the journey may be long. And when we part and sorrow can't be swayed, remember when and let your heart be stayed. Oh, mia sol temperat, absens in remota, amame fidelite, fidem mea nota. Let courage be your oar, let passion be your sail. Wisdom and truth will guide your departing through all travel. Oh, stay your soul and leave my heart its song. Oh, stay your hand, the journey may be long. And when we part and sorrow can't be swayed, remember when and let your heart be stayed. Oh, mia sol temperat,
Hello there. Firstly, I'd like to make a few acknowledgments. High school administrators, thanks for putting us all together so everyone could celebrate our graduating class. Dr. O'Hara, thank you for doing a wonderful job as superintendent. Finding solutions that make everyone happy is far from easy, and I'm sure Dr. Murphy has some big shoes to fill. Parents, thanks for bringing us into this world and keeping us alive long enough for us to receive a piece of paper and a handshake. In sincerity, no words can repay your never-ending support. To the parents who worked so hard to boost our spirits, thanks for making those Class of 21 goodie bags we kept forgetting to pick up. To all our teachers from kindergarten to 12th grade, thanks for bringing purpose, poise, and passion to our education. To my own kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Zacher, thank you for being my catalyst to greatness. We have the good fortune of having Mrs. Zacher here with us tonight, so please join me in giving her a round of applause. Mrs. Zacher, later I had something that I'd like to give you, though it isn't worth nearly as much as the gift you gave me. Belief in myself. Finally, to Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger, the creators of Wikipedia, and to Larry Tesler, the inventor of copy and paste, thank you for working together to make the past 4 years of our education and the next 4 years ahead considerably less difficult. All right, that's enough of that. In the email I got last month, Mr. Cook told me I have 1,000 words to play with. As of the end of this sentence, I'll have used 213. Seniors, I'll spare you the mental math you never had to do thanks to your TI 84s and tell you that the next 787 words are dedicated to only you. As valedictorian, you might think my job is to leave you with an inspiring message and give you some advice for the future. And sure, I could do that. I could stand up here and cite some arbitrary definition from Webster's dictionary, create an extended metaphor that's supposed to be meaningful and deep, but ends up being way too convoluted and not making any sense. Or use an overused quote from an athlete or a celebrity or some saying some lady posted on our Facebook page, but you don't want that. I could stand here and tell you that you're special and you're amazing, that you're full of potential and you're going to change the world. But your grandparents already do that. I could deadpan the whole thing and say things like, we've been through some amazing times together, or this is the first day of the rest of your life. And yeah, it's true, except for the fact that I barely know half of you. Half of you barely know me. And everyone graduating today has been alive for about 6,500 days. While this isn't quite a definition, valedictorian comes from the Latin valedicere, which means bid farewell. So, technically, all I have to do is say goodbye. Goodbye. My job here is done, and all it took was one word. If you want to be a wise guy, it took 453, and thanks to you, I had to use another 22 just now. For those of you still actually listening, you may be wondering, why pay so much attention to numbers? Why count your words? Well, I just used half of them. Now I have 484 words left. Now 478, 476. A recent figure shows that the average person speaks at least 7,000 words a day. Some of you blabbermouths are leagues above that, and this is probably the most quiet you've been in a while. But for us average Joes, let's keep it simple. 7,000. I'd like you to think for a moment, and for those of you who have been learning from home all year, this isn't something you can Google. How many of your words mean something? I ask because too often we spend so many of our words saying things that really don't say anything at all. When the things that make the most impact, the things that should be said most often, only take a few words. Some of the phrases we say for the people closest to us are only 2 or 3 words. I'm sorry. I love you. I miss you. Forgive me. To reach out to someone, you only need 3 to 4 words. Are you okay? Let's talk about it. I'm here for you. You're not alone. To compliment someone takes 4 to 5 words. Your laughter is contagious. You light up the room. You're 1 in a million. You look great today. To make someone smile, make someone's day, save someone's life, or change it for the better. The most singularly monumental phrases we will speak in our entire lives, the statements that create the most good in the world, take the least amount of words, and yet we choose not to say them. Choose otherwise. Make every word mean something. A part of the conventional valedictorian speech I mentioned earlier is offering advice to the graduating class. My whole life, I've had the privilege of living in relative comfort, with the worst of my worries centered upon being good at school. That's kind of why I'm up here. The only thing I know for certain is that our future is uncertain, filled with W-2s and 1040s and 401ks and Roth IRAs and other scary stuff the American school system never taught us. I am just as clueless and anxious and terrified as the rest of you, if not more. You have every right to be excited for this next chapter in your life. Nobody can take that away from you. Leave the people and places you encounter better than you found them, and allow them to better you, and you'll have spent your time well. Over the course of 12 years, we've been indoctrinated with the Pledge of Allegiance and the wondrous joys of the Common Core curriculum, and the fact that the mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. But if I've learned anything, it's this. You don't have to count your words, but make your words count. It took me 980 words to finish this speech. Honestly, all you need is a few. Congratulations, goodbye, and thank you.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. Picture it. The year was 2014. I was in 5th grade. For reference, I was only 5'7". I know it's tough to imagine me being that short. In a bit of foreshadowing, Melody and I were cast as Brainiacs number 1 and number 2 in our class play. I think some of you know where this is going. Looking at you, Emma. It was my big moment. I was so excited for my solo. Unfortunately for me, it remains one of my most embarrassing moments. Fortunately for all of you, it was captured on tape. Let's roll the clip.
Listen, listen, pay attention. That's the way to comprehension. Listen, listen, smile. That's a question that will why.
Yes. The cough heard round the world. At the time, this cough felt like it would dictate the rest of my life. Clearly, I made it out to be much bigger than it actually was. Looking back, this experience, which I used to find utterly humiliating, has shaped how I plan to live my life and taught me some important lessons. The first one relates to laughter. Don't be afraid to laugh things off. Whether it's laughing at yourself or with others, laughter will help you in life. I guarantee it. Scientific studies have actually shown that not only does laughter help to relieve stress, it even boosts your immune system. It is so important to be able to laugh at yourself. Everyone has those awkward moments, just like this one, that they think about at night when they struggle to fall asleep. Don't fret it. It happened, and all that there is to do is to simply move on and laugh about it. It's not healthy to live in the past, nor is it healthy to live in the future. This brings me to my second lesson, living in the moment. Back when I was on that Bread and Woods cafetorium stage, I didn't even realize that I coughed until after the scene ended. I was truly in the moment, oblivious to the theatrical crime I just committed. I was proud of myself until afterwards, when I began worrying about the eventual reactions I'd get from my peers, as well as my own utter embarrassment. Today, everyone will tell us so much about our future, what it may be like, how to prepare, what we should do. By all means, listen to everyone's advice about the future, but first, appreciate today. Realize the accomplishments that have gotten you to this point in your life. Acknowledge everyone who has helped you and supported you, whether that be family, friends, teachers, coaches, administrators, or even your own twin sister. Thank them for all of their encouragement. But most of all, celebrate yourself and enjoy today. You can worry about the future tomorrow. Yeah, procrastination isn't good, I know. But for once, I think we can cut ourselves some slack. We've earned it. My third and final lesson is about growth. Trust me, I think I may be the most qualified person here to talk about growing. I've done a lot of it. Back in 5th grade, I was anxious, kind of annoying, and struggled to hide my laughter at inappropriate moments. While I still am that same anxious and annoying kid who is full of poorly timed laughter, I have grown as a person. I am still growing, not physically, thank God. In fact, everyone here today is still growing and adapting. Personal growth, this idea of self-improvement, is infinite. While today may seem like an endpoint of this first part of your life, look at it as an opportunity to discover and explore. Be curious. Be curious about the world around you. Be curious about yourself. Once we leave here today, learning does not stop. It never does. We must always strive to keep learning about ourselves, since it's the only way to truly succeed in life. I full-heartedly believe that every single one of us will find happiness and success. Hauppauge has given us the tools to live in the moment and continue our learning wherever we may go. The class of 2021 has grown together as a community for so long, but now we finally get the chance to discover ourselves as individuals and understand our role in society. As we go out into the world, remember the lessons and memories from your time here at Hauppauge. At the same time, be open to new experiences. This duality of memories from your past and new adventures will enable you to make the best out of whatever may come your way. Before I go, I want to leave you with one last piece of advice that I will always remember from my time here in Hauppauge. It's quick, I promise. No matter where you go, who you're with, or what situation you're in, remember the wise words of Brainiac number 2. Listen, listen, pay attention. That's the way to comprehension. Thank you.
Now Mr. Shahigan will come to stage to read the graduates' names as they walk across the stage. I ask that our district leaders, our board members, and our district administrators, along with our PTSA president, take a stand. They can take a step back. We'll be in a position to shake hands or greet students as they walk across. Before we get started, I'd like to extend a huge gratitude to Mr. Shahigan and Mrs. Richard for serving as wonderful class advisors this year. Big round of applause. The terrain was wild, and you guys traversed it magnificently. Thank you, Mr. Shahigan. All right, let's get this thing going.
Alexander Abate. Olivia Accardi. Alyssa Adragna. Riley Augusta. Olivia Aguilar. Abdul Ahmed. Denise Akabe. Daisy Paula Amador Menjivar. Benjamin Ames. Madison Amico. Emily Anderson. Vincent Antignano.
Matthew Arugi.
Michael Babby. Samantha Babbage. Evan Barker. Kevin Barrett. Sean Barry. Ava Bartashevitz. Joseph Battaglia. Jalen Belli McHugh. Adele Beltrani. John Burnson. Jacob Netting. Lindsay Bowler. Billy Bonfanti. Christopher Boudreau. Shannon Boudreau. Gianna Bruno. John Bryan. Jacqueline Bryant. Seamus Buckley. Jenna Bunting. Emily Burton. John Paul Cabrera. Caroline Caffrey. Nicholas Calabrese. Lahia Camacho Lopez. Christian Camarado. Maria E. Campbell. Stephen Campy. Carla Canales. Patrick Caradonna. Antonio Cartafalsa. Emma Castro. Katie Giselle Catalan Castro. Carlos Andres Cazares Jimenez. Arian Chandra. Nichelle Chavez.
Vivian Chen.
Melody Cheng. Aiden Chu.
Thomas Cerrone.
Albert Citro. Abigail Clark. Joshua Cohen. Stephen Collins. Elizabeth Combs. Lorianne Connolly. Dale Console. Nicholas Constantine. Philip Coppola.
Christian Corsini.
Vito Costello. Stephanie Costi. Michaela Castigliola. Abby Coyne. Anthony Creasy. Caitlin Cunningham.
James Cupo.
Jovan Curtis. Alexander Demore. Naeja Davis. Ana de los Santos. Teresa Deasy. Adam Delgado. Zachary Del Judas. Jamie Devine. Alexa Di Benedetto. Gianna Dixon. Joseph Didio. Caitlin Di Pasquale. Jake DeVillio. Catherine Dolce. Patrick Dorio. William Downey. Stephen Downs. Kevin Drake. Emma Drum. Sabrina Durante. Matthew Ebert. Jake L. Anthony Arante.
Sebastian Espinoza.
Austin Faber. Michael Federico. Anna Farron. Joseph Ferrara. Alexis Fetzer. Shane Fiedler. Amanda Fish.
Severia Fitzpatrick.
Sydney Flynn. Christina Fulmer. Michelangelo Gardner. Jessie Lynn Galgano. Emily Galopi. JC Gaudet. Jack Geiger. Lily Gennari. Vincent Girardi. Matthew Grimaldi. Jessica Grutenbohr. Mateus Gutierrez. Aaron Goodsight. Lauren Haas. Samantha Haas. Colin Happy. Jack Hartman. James Hachadorian. Galia Hecht. Garrett Helmke. Riley Henselder. Katiana Hintz. Victoria Hintz. Elizabeth Holdorf. Michael Huffnagel. Nicholas Hugg. Timothy Hugg. Brianna Iaboni. Bennett Iolinardi. Luca Iolinardi. Justin Ivaroni. Marco Ingracia. Alicia Inklis. Valerie Jacobson. David Jordan. Amir Kakar. Shrivarshini Karthikeyan. Thunmai Kutharoju. Preetham Katla. Dennis Kadanov. Seamus Keene. Layla Keene. Kelly. Emily Kelly. Herbert Keebel. Aditya Kulkarni.
Miriam Kim.
Ava Kimmerer. Ryan Kizalewski. Elliot Clayman. Alex Knopf. Jeffrey Kramer. Alexander Krilovich. Ryan Crozier. John Lally. Anne Lamandola.
Matthew Lang.
Dakota Lee. Ava Lemke. Christopher Leone. Damian Levin. Jacob Levy. Isabella Lewin. Christopher Litzis. Akai Littlejohn. Danielle Liu. Aiden Lobenstein. Cassandra Lacasano. Emily Lonegro. Anthony Lonegro. Francesco Lonegro. Kylie Lopiccolo. Juliana Lochran. William Lochran.
Elizabeth McDonald.
Martine McDonald. Andrew Maiorini.
Karina Maldonado.
Gabriela Margulies. Ryan Martinez. Haley Martinez. James Martinez. Lucas Massandrea.
James Matarazzo.
Reve McCleary.
Cooper McDonald.
Holly McGollum. Samantha McKechnie. Kevin McLaughlin. Ignacio Medina. Jalaj Mehta. Emma Mejia. Nicole Mendoza. John Marandino. Zachary Merritt. Megan Matola. Edward Malfetto. Jessica Monda. Rain Montague. James Mooney. Julia Morales.
Caitlin Moran. Jakar Maputi.
Grace Murphy. Sean Napolitano. Christopher Neglia. Tyler Norisan. Victoria O'Hara. Alex O. Melissa Oliver. Jillian Orellano. Brandon Oswald. Suzanne Parisi. Nicole Petroselli. Mirka Pina Orellano. Megan Prisjan. Karanvir Punia. Shivani Rao.
Jacob Reardon.
Grace Regan. Vincent Reno. Luke Richardson.
Ella Rivera. Trajan Rivera. Selena Roberts. Alexander Rodriguez. Elijah Rodriguez. Emily Rodriguez. Alexa Romano. Caitlin Ramito. LJ Ramito. Joseph Rosenberg. Kaylee Roth. Jalen Rubin. Amber Rudden. Ariana Ruggieri. Alexius Ruland. Anthony Russo. Emily Russo. Tyler Rutley. Alyssa Sahadashni. Jovan Saintis. Christopher Sambuco. Ryan Samuel. Samuel Sanchez Figueroa. Michael Sass. Samantha Satinino. Skylar Satinino. Taylor Scarito. Michael Schroeder. Caitlin Chute. Noah Schwartzapfel. Alexis Sharoni. Michael Seda. Sebastian Satharian. Andrew Salito. Michelangelo Seminara. Sarah Shake. Anthony Ciccarelli. Catherine Silk. Kayla Smackle. Mason Smith. Renee Smith. Isabella Sosa. Owen St. Pierre. Ashley Starr. Ayana Stein Jones. Thomas Steinhardt. Jack Steinman. Madison Stern. Julia Strand. Jason Sullivan. Monica Swank. Julia Taka. James Tepperman. Brandon Thagard. Jordan Thagard. Kieran Thomas. Alyssa Takata. Taylor Tompkin. Cameron Tonry. Mateo Torquato. Charles Tranton. Madison Traverso. John Tripodi. Sophia Siokas. Matthew Tesaurus.
Tyler Tuzinkovich.
Ava Twackman. Alexander Vasilikopoulos. Emma Vasilikopoulos. Andrew Vermillion. Robert Vermillion. Christopher Visicchio. Aiden Vivinetto. Alexa Waters. Christopher Weilert. Zachary Wiener. Daniel Wellish. James Hooley. Louisa Maria Williams. Edward Wisniewski. Brandon Yip. Andriana Zafiris.
Jason Zorn.
Alexa Ziller.
Hauppauge High School class of 2021, please stand. At this point, I'd like to say that it's my pleasure, given the authority granted to me as Superintendent of Schools and by the Board of Regents of the State of New York, I certify the class of 2021 as graduates of Hauppauge High School. You may now move your tassel from the right side of your head to the left. Congratulations, Hauppauge class of 2021.